You can share in my, hopefully, excitement, but probably misery. So this is the F14 fuse right there. I'm gonna start the game and see if this thing burns again. Something's locked on. Okay, well, I don't think it blew, but something's locked on. Did you hear that? So, one of the last problems left with the machine is the 5-bank drop target coil is locked on. I bought a new coil, the other one was burned up, and installed it, and when I got the machine up and running, the coil locked on. So, here's the 5-bank drop target coil. This transistor here I changed. I actually changed it again just to be sure with a brand new one. And still, when I paired the game on, it was locked on. So, moved upstream, checked this resistor, it was fine. Right here, this goes through this connector here. This is the connector that connects the lower playfield to the rest of the machine. And then it goes to A3, J3, pin 24. A3, J3, well, A3 is the driver board. Yep, A3. And then A3, J3, right here, pin number 24, is a pre-driver transistor. It's on the driver board, it's Q14. It's an MPS U45 type transistor. Okay, Q14. So here we are with the board, driver board. And we got Q14 right here. Okay. It's going to be this one right here. Sorry, got two hands. That one, Q14. So we flip the board over. Okay, Q14, yeah. Q14 are these three contacts right here. So what we're going to do is, okay, let me get my multimeter here set up. Okay, so we're on those two, and we get 707. Okay, so if we do the same thing to the transistor next door, 705. Okay, good. Okay, so 1.296, right? Now let's go back to Q14. Here's Q14. Donuts. Nada. Did it 4 times. So Q14 is bad. So I'm going to change out that transistor and we'll see if it fixes it. All right, well, the transistor has been replaced right here, pre-driver transistor. And let's fire it up. See what happens. Okay, so far so good. So the 5-bank drop target is already reset. So let's see what happens when we start a game and be ready to turn it off if it continues to lock on. Okay, I saw the drop target bank reset there, so let's see. If the fuse were to blow, I mean the good news is I don't hear it locked on anymore. But if that fuse were to blow, this would not work. And it still works. Beautiful. Okay. The other thing that wouldn't work would be the up kick down there, and of course the drop target itself, which is going to be pretty impossible to do one-handed. But the I just kicked the ball out, so I know the up kick works. Let's see if I can get another target to drop. Maybe I can get lucky here. Okay, so 3 of them dropped. Now let's end the game. Boom! There it goes, baby. And it's fixed. Oh, man. Yeah, it was just a pre-driver transistor. So that pre-driver, little pre-driver transistor was bad. So it was locking on the main transistor, which was locking on the coil, which burned the coil up. So just goes to show, a little tiny thing on the driver board can cause a big problem. So that is it. That was the last mechanical problem with the game. And yeah, I'm done. So about the only other thing I have left to work on is the sound. You can hear, yeah, you can still hear a sound and also a hum. Sometimes a hum is normal in some of these games because in the arcade you'd never hear it anyway. But I have put the soundboard from Black Hole in this game, and it sounds a lot better. So I've done a lot of work to the soundboard. I've replaced all those caps, including the tantalum. I've replaced both of those pots up there. I've replaced both of these op amps, put them in sockets. I've swapped the 6502 CPU as well as this Riot chip. Didn't make any change. I moved the ROMs to the Black Hole soundboard and they worked fine, so I don't think it's the EEPROMs. This game has a speech chip in it, even though it's not required. But I did move the one from Black Hole over here and it didn't make a difference. So at this point, it's either the LM329, or what is this, an L329S stereo amplifier, or I don't know. Maybe the jumpers, I could maybe swap those. But I found a guy on Pinside who's sending me another soundboard. He had an old one. He couldn't get it working. And he sold the game, and he was nice enough to offer it up to me. So it's in the mail, and when it gets here, I'm going to see if I can get it fixed. He told me he never swapped the 6502, the CPU. So knock on wood, hopefully that's all it is, because his board, the soundboard looks really in really good shape that he's sending me. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So the other day I had a segment go out on one of these displays here, just reset the connector. Same thing down here. Clean the connector with a pencil eraser, and all is good. So she's almost done. I'm gonna get new targets. I think Pinball Resource sells those. At least the upstairs ones, because you're looking at them. Downstairs, not even. I mean, I could potentially just take one of those drop targets from downstairs and put it up here. Maybe I'll do that one day, next time I have the playfields out. But other than that, Haunted House is good to go, folks. Put the glass back in it, put the back glass back in it, and we'll be solid. This is actually still the old back glass that's in the game. I have the new one on the other side of the room, but I'm still missing the lift trim for it and the edge pieces, so I'm not using it yet. So yeah, there's a little bit of damage here that you see. That the brand new one I have is really perfect. So, and I've experimented a little bit with the colors and the LEDs here. I put a fire bulb in the Raven's eye up here, which I think looks pretty neat. And yeah, I'll probably get a couple more super bright LEDs for the lightning flashes, but it's coming along.